Hello and welcome to another Heart Moto video. In today's video I want to talk to you about my 3 years ownership of my Triumph Street Triple 765R low. Now, why did I buy the 765R low over the RS? Several reasons. I'd read and watched other YouTubers talking about the RS and comparing it to the R, basically saying that the R was more compliant on our British roads. I'll be honest with you, I've not ridden an RS, so I can't compare that for myself. But the biggest factor for me purchasing this was the seat height. Having tried in the showroom, I found this one very comfortable and fitted me well. Because at the end of the day, you know, you've got to feel 100% comfortable on whatever you're riding to feel safe. So that was the main thing that swung me to buy the R. I did look at the RS. In terms of the way they look, there's not much in it really. They both stunning motorcycles. Plus, this was in black, and that's what sold it for me. So today you find me in Devon, just crossed the border from Cornwall, travelling along the old A30. It's generally quite a quiet road. Nevertheless, you still got to have your wits about you. So I bought this bike back in 2021, just after the first lockdown. If memory serves me correctly, I think I paid £8,500 for it, and it came with an add-on package, an additional £500, which I purchased some accessories. I'll go through all of those later in the video, but basically, if memory serves me correctly, it was heated grips, bar end mirrors, and a belly pan, and that was my £500 well spent. I've done, like I say, lots of other mods and bits and pieces, but like I say, I'll go through that later in the video. So, again, why did I buy the Triumph? I wanted a premium motorcycle. I looked at all sorts. I looked at MT-09 SP. I did consider some Ducatis, but I didn't. Especially with the terms of the Ducatis, I didn't want to spend that much. It's quite an investment. Nevertheless, I still think £8,500 is a lot on a motorcycle. Considering my first big bike back in the late 90s was a Phaser 600. I think I paid just over £4,000 for that. So it just shows how prices have moved on. But nevertheless, I mean, the equipment that you get on this bike, you've got your Showa big piston fork, Showa monoshock at the rear, Brembo brakes. It's more than enough bike for myself. I say I've just jumped on this, having ridden the NC yesterday, and Christ almighty, It is quick. It really is quick. You forget how fast this thing is. It's just an unbelievable weapon. Like I say, I'm no Grand Prix rider, I can assure you, but geez, you certainly can hustle this bike. So, in terms of the ownership, then, other than my service costs, it's and obviously the add-ons and bits and pieces I've added to it. I don't want to tempt fate, but it hasn't missed a beat. It's hasn't cost me a bean, in extra monies or anything like that. I purchased the bike from Bridge Motorcycles in Exeter. And if you get the bike serviced there, so when I purchased the bike, I took out a service plan. And if you purchase the bike from Bridge, they offer you a lifetime warranty on your motorcycle. I'll be interested to find out. Please do let me know in the comments if any other Triumph dealers are doing this up and down the country. I can't say I'm aware of other dealers offering this on any other motorcycles, but to me, again, that was just a no-brainer. It really was. It just gives you confidence when purchasing the product, because at the end of the day, I mean, if it was a substandard product, they're not going to put a lifetime warranty on the motorcycle. That I am certain. Looks like we've had a little bit of a rain shower for a change. It is July after all. Also, if there's any owners out there that have a Triumph 765 of the latest model, I'm not looking to change by any means, but if anybody's upgraded from, say, the 2021 model to the 23-24 model, I'd be interested to know what you think. Is it that much better? Because obviously this doesn't have an IMU or anything like that. It's in terms of its electronics package, it's pretty raw, really, but that's how I like it. I like the simplicity of it. It's a good, honest motorcycle. I wasn't too worried about it having a fancy TFT. I like the fact that it's got an analog rev counter. I've got a fuel gauge, got a gear indicator, tells me what mode it's in. That's enough for me. I just want to enjoy riding the bike. I don't want to be messing around with technology, and that comes from a man that worked 20 years in IT. I don't know what it is. I just can't be doing it these days. I think I'm turning into a grumpy old man. If anybody ever ventures down Devon and Cornwall way, the old A30 is a nice little road to go along. As you probably can see, it's pretty quiet. But just bear in mind, it's there's a lot of farm vehicles and of the like. So just go steady. Too many people, they get killed or seriously injured on these roads, and it's just not worth it. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, when I was a youngster, back on in the 90s, I took far too many risks. I've said to many a friend, it's almost like I had balls the size of a space opera. I was absolutely fearless, and I would pin it everywhere. Not anymore. I think as you get older, you get wiser. Your reactions slow down. You have a family, and you realise what's important. So I've waxed lyrical about the Triumph. Are there any negatives? There's only one, maybe two minors I can think of, and I mean, even though this is the R model, when you're on some of the bumpier roads, it is quite a harsh ride. But you know, at the end of the day, it's a sports bike. You know, so you know, you can get buffeted around a little bit. Obviously, the wind blast. I mean, it's a naked bike. You know, it's that doesn't bother me in the slightest. It's clean air. There's no turbulence. So yeah, that's the only thing I'd say. It's the ride can be a little firm. Again, that's why what other people have said over the RS. This is more compliant on the road. And the other thing, boy, does it egg you on. It really does egg you on. It's I mean, in fifth gear, this thing just goes, I tell you. That's it, I didn't change down the box, just fifth gear, didn't even open the throttle full. This thing goes like a rocket. So the real world power and torque that it's got, unbelievable. I don't know if you can see on the camera now, we're just on the edges of Dartmoor. Another beautiful place to ride, fantastic scenery. 40 mile an hour limit up there though, so that's something you need to bear in mind, because there's a lot of cattle, sheep, etc. It's just all open farmland up there, so if you do venture and you've never been before, just bear that in mind. I've ridden the Street Triple in all kinds of weathers. I done a tour last year around Wales, and on the motorway it was fine, just sitting there at cruising speeds. Very, very comfortable. I wasn't fatigued, no aching, nothing. It was a joy to ride. And obviously once you got to Wales, the Street Triple just came into its own. It really did. It was on those Welsh mountain roads, I can tell you. And then on the return trip, boy did it rain, absolutely biblical. And the whole journey back, I was just riding one-handed with wiping my visor. That was before I stumbled across the Visiodry. I should put a link in the description to that video. What an amazing product that is. Well worth watching that video, because like I say, I was riding back on the motorway pretty much one-handed, having to constantly wipe my visor. It was raining that much. In hindsight, I perhaps should have stopped and waited for the rain to ease, but I think I'd have been waiting 24 hours. It was chucking it down. So after that trip, to Wales, I did consider trading in the Triumph for a touring adventure bike. I looked at all sorts, and again, I couldn't find anything that really excited me. Got the juices going like this Triumph does. Like I say, I considered everything really that was within my budget and fitted me physically. So I was down in Damerels in Cornwall, looking at some used bikes, thinking maybe I'll get an addition to the stable. Keep the Triumph for nice sunny days. So if the weather comes in, I've got something else I can use. So that's when I test rode the NC. And at the time, I dismissed it, and I thought, no, that can't be any good, surely. Boy, was I wrong. Was I wrong? Fantastic commuter bike. I have got trips planned on that bike in the coming months, years, hopefully. I'm planning on doing a tour to Cornwall. I should be visiting my dear mum in the Midlands soon, of which I should do like a fuel test on that bike. So look around for that. So if you're interested in that, again, please, hit that subscribe button. It is a very economical machine, that. Anyway, I digress. Back to the Triumph. What we got going on here? I'd be interested to know from any of you guys and girls out there, how you got on with your street triple. Have you had any issues? Are there any upgrades that you've done? Some you recommend, some you regret. I'd be interesting to find out. Let's go into a bit of detail of the add-ons that I've added to my Triumph 765R. So starting from front to back, R&G spindle slider to protect obviously fork and caliper in the hopefully unlikely event of having a drop or an accident. That will protect obviously the fork and the caliper. Triumph fly screen, genuine Triumph bar and mirrors, genuine Triumph heated grips, again genuine Triumph belly pan, R&G aero sliders, Triumph engine casing protector. I missed one, R&G rad cover. Now these, my carbon bits, all of my carbon bits are on here. So obviously I've got the rad side cover, heel guards and body panels. Now I got those from Carbon King. I should put a link in the description of where you can purchase those. The gentleman that runs that business, Paul, fantastic guy to deal with, well worth it, good quality product. So let's move him back then. Oxford Products tank protector. I've got the genuine Triumph tank protector there. I've got a Oxford Products quick release tank bag that goes on there for the plate. The Arrow exhaust, paddock stand, bobbins, and the genuine Triumph tail tidy. Now I've left this as was. You can move this forward if you so wish. Basically from the standard tail tidy that's on there, the indicators are lower down here. So basically this pulls the indicators up and it does look so much better. So basically there's all my add-ons that I've added to the bike to customize it to how I like it. The Arrow exhaust over the standard, it is considerably lighter. Is it any louder? I'll be honest with you, probably not, but when you really open it up, it does howl and it sounds really, really impressive. I'll quickly start the bike now and see if you can notice a difference, if any of you guys or girls out there do have a street triple. Just bear with me a second. So hopefully the mic is picking that up. Sweet sounding triple engine, as you all know. Just have to listen to this. So there we have it. There's all my add-ons I've added to the bike to customize it to how I like it. I absolutely adore this bike. I wanted something premium. I couldn't justify spending huge bucks on, say, like a Ducati or something like that. But to me, this is everything and more that I ever want in a motorcycle. I just cannot praise this bike enough. It is something really, really special. And those of you that are lucky enough to own and ride one, I'm sure you'll agree. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video on my 3-year ownership of the Triumph 765 Arlo. I'll be very grateful for a like and a subscribe, and I hope you can join me in future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Cheerio!